It's a scary situation.
It's a mess.
Yeah.
It is a mess.
They're dealing, and that part of Louisiana dealing with it right now.
Yeah.
And even what you saw from pictures in North Texas, it's going to be worse over southern Arkansas because they're expecting some of the highest totals. And that same system is what is sending us our rainfall. At the moment, some light showers, but more so during the overnight. That's why we have another weather impact alert with the potential of some heavy rain early tomorrow morning. A lot of the models have even backed off on some of the overall rain totals, and I do think our risk of any flooding tomorrow is going to be very, very slim. We've had some passing, generally light showers so far today. More to come through the rest of this evening and into the night. The heaviest will be during the early morning hours tomorrow. But as I mentioned, this is just a nightmare up across North Louisiana into Arkansas. You saw that snow over Texas. Now it's kind of a mix of cold rain, occasionally some sleet, some snow. This is not what we ever wanted to have to deal with. It's one thing to get some pretty snow. It's another to do with that ice. And as I mentioned, as this system continues to move toward the east, again, we'll get our rainfall early tomorrow morning. Notice some of the more extreme snowfall totals anticipated to be in central and southern Arkansas, and then continuing along a band that extends into North Mississippi and parts of west to central Tennessee. So a nightmare scenario for a lot of our deep south states. For us, though, we're going to get some rainfall. Now, again, some scattered showers through the overnight. The heaviest will be early tomorrow morning. And again, depending upon exactly when the heaviest arrives, it'll probably be sometime near morning drive. Now, one model I was showing you at the top of our newscast had it around 7 to 8 o'clock. This model has it coming in at around 5 a.m. or so, and the heaviest of it already leaving. And again, kind of figuring the peak hours of our morning commute, kind of 6 to 8 a.m. Maybe some of the heavies will already be moving out. Either way, we're going to have some rain around and slick conditions for the morning drive. So just keep that in mind as we get the day started on Friday. And it won't be an all-day rainfall. Overcast skies, that prevented temperatures from getting out of the mid-40s. 45 is our current reading, and still in the 40s across the board. Lower 50s down along the coastline, and we will see temperatures actually increasing during the overnight, because what is now more of an easterly wind will start to become more of a southeasterly wind and increasing. In fact, winds are really going to be ripping ahead of this system and right behind it. So with an increasing wind, especially after midnight tonight, gale watch for the lakes and for offshore coastal waters. Inland, no wind advisory as of right now, but it will be brisk wind-wise as we get our day started tomorrow. It will be diminishing later in the day, but still pretty breezy by the afternoon. And keep that in mind as the temperatures will be dropping behind this system. Overcast skies outside right now, and here is that feature. This upper level low is what is creating the wintry and wet mess. This upper trough is what is going to kind of keep the cold air in place as soon as this system passes on through. Note where the temperatures are kind of flirting with right at or just below freezing, with the temperatures kind of right at that threshold. This is the reason why this has not been just a pretty overall snow, but at times ice, at times kind of sleet. That is not something that anyone has to contend with. And again, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare for areas just up to our north. For us, though, we can handle the 1 to 2 inches of rainfall that the models are now forecasting for us. Now, what's interesting, though, for early tomorrow is just how far north this warm front gets and exactly how into the warmer air we get. If it's far enough north, more of the area could be into the 60s early tomorrow morning. If this little warm front stays right along the coastline, may not see as rapid or as extreme of a warming trend early tomorrow. Either way, even if our temperatures do get into the 60s early tomorrow morning, they're going to be falling immediately behind this system as we're back into the 40s by the afternoon and evening. So that high temperature for tomorrow of 63 degrees, misleading as it'll be early in the morning. And not everyone would even be in the 60s. Better chance more on the South Shore. North Shore may stay in the 50s before they start to drop as well. We're going to be colder Friday afternoon, evening, and night, and considering those winds, it'll make it feel even colder. We're starting out the day, notice, no longer any hard freezes. This morning was the last one for a while. 47 is our high on Saturday. We'll be in the upper 50s by Sunday. Another weak front kind of keeps us cool or chilly into next week.